What's up, guys? I'm Weston Wagner. Welcome back to my $800 house. Today is framing day. But first, before we get too deep into framing, I've got to give a quick shout out to my guy, Jason Lammers, for knocking out some much needed tree work at this property. Check out the before and after. All right, so today we are framing at my $800 house. We got Sergio here doing some framing. Let me go ahead and show you what they're doing. So we started in this corner right here. We got a pink string from this corner all the way down. What we want to do is we want to make sure this house, these walls are level. In the middle of this house, where this house had a crawl space foundation, the house was sagging really bad. It had some water problems, had some rot in it. So the middle of this house and the roof, everything was sagging really hard. So what we're doing right now is we're taking those jacking this house up because we want to make sure this wall and this ceiling is level all the way across. All right, along with jacking this wall up, we are putting a new treated base plate in here. We did have to build a temporary wall right here. We want to make sure while we was jacking it up, the house didn't fall down. I really don't even like doing remodels because you run into non-stop problems. Right here is the septic tank for this property. When they were pouring concrete, the concrete truck backed in, crushed my septic tank. There went my savings.
You measure that tank. If you measure that tank, you can call them and see if they have one in stock or can build you one. Because you're gonna have to get that thing covered before this rain comes Wednesday, or you're gonna be in a world of hurt.
What happens if the rain comes?
It's going to flood those field lines, and it's just, you're not going to be able to do anything out there. But here's the deal, that those field lines are only meant to have water in them. So what's fixing to happen is everything that's in that tank is fixing to go in the field lines and stop them all up, and you're going to have to replace them all.
Yep.
Or you're going to have to get a lid for it.
Okay.
So
all right, cool deal. Well, I tell you what, just shoot me that phone number. Let me start making some phone calls. Let me figure out what I can do.
Gotcha.
If we just do a concrete footing all the way across, just do concrete, no blocks, right there. How many? And then we'll just bring more dirt in right here. Okay. Do you think we'll need two to do concrete 2 different times, or you think you can do it all at one time?
All of it at one time.
And you'll frame it up, put forms? Okay, that's fine. So look, I know some of you haters in the comments are going to wonder why I didn't pour my porch when I did the foundation. It's because there were trees in the way, and Abraham does concrete. He's not Paul Bunyan. So in this video, I'm going to tell my plumber, my electrician, and my HVAC guy that they're today's sponsor of this video and that they got to give away some type of freebie. Let's see how they react. All right, welcome back to the $800 house. Today we're doing some top out plumbing, and today we have the sponsor of the video, my plumber, Blake Rutherford, to contribute to this $800 house. He has agreed to do the water and sewer line for free.
He's a liar.
Just kidding. Today we are going to do some top out plumbing. Take a look, see how it turns out. Blake, show us the maneuver. Show us the maneuver. It's a butt hunch. Get that sauce off. See, it's perfect. Perfect. So got our refrigerator box right there. Got our sink right here. What we got going on right here, Blake?
We got a frost-free hydrant. It's coming down, tied in up here at the top. All of our water lines are run overhead, better accessibility.
We like water lines overhead. It's a whole lot easier to fix it in the attic than it is to fix it in the slab. So that's why we do put water lines in the attic area. What we got right here, Blake?
We got our main ball valve. That's an emergency shut off. That way you don't have to try to run all the way out to the meter. That right there, you shut that off, it shuts the entire house down. Once again,
Put this in for simplicity, right?
Yes.
Because when do you need to shut the water off? When it's raining or snowing?
Yep, absolutely.
When it's raining or snowing.
You've got a problem.
That's right, that's right. All right, we're gonna come on down here. Right here on our left is our very first bathroom. So we've got our copper stub outs right here. We got our sink drain. We got a toilet going here, and then we got the large 36-inch shower right there. What we got going on right here?
This is the double lab, which Matthew hasn't finished yet. So we got one sink drain going to be here with the 2 copper stub outs. 2 copper stub outs are going to be there with the other drain. So we'll have a nice, very nice 5-foot vanity.
We have a large vanity right here. Right here is going to be our toilet. Here's our disconnect. And we got a large 36-inch walk-in shower. And just like that, the top out plumbing is complete, and it's time to get this roof installed. And like always, I'm the one who gets to load up all the leftover materials. All right, today we are doing our rough-in electrical. I got my electrician right here, Cameron Jones. Today, he's the sponsor of this video. He told me today he was gonna cut me such a good deal. He's doing 50% off on my electrical for this house. No reaction, never mind. But today we are gonna do some rough-in electrical. Check it out. 4 switches here.
You want to do 4?
We'll have one for the porch. Yeah. One for the ceiling fan light, and can light. So we're gonna have back porch, we'll have one light off the back. This way. Door's gonna swing this way. So I have switches here.
And one. Just a coach.
Yeah, up there on the left-hand side. Right here. What we gotta think about too is when we run power to the garage, how are we gonna get, are you gonna be able to take something out and go straight up?
I can come here and stub it out, break it.
That's fine.
Set a pole box outside, and then we can trench it underground
That
out
works.
there, and we'll put
That
a main
works.
breaker here, and even put a main breaker out there.
That works, that works. Let's do that. So my thought process is if we put a dryer here and I put a washer on that wall and dryer on this wall, then they could have a cubby or something in the middle to put, you know, some dirty clothes or whatever. Bedroom, door opens to the left.
Next bedroom.
3 switches here.
We got it.
All right, we are back at the $800 house. I've got Dylan with Barley's Heating and Air with me, and today we're gonna do some rough-in HVAC. Also, Dylan is today's sponsor of the video. Today, he said he wants to see this succeed so much, he's doing the labor today for free.
Yeah, you got jokes.
Just kidding. Come check out how we did it. All right, as we wrap up video 4, let's go ahead and look at some numbers. One thing I did fail to mention in the last video is I did have to spend $120 on a pre-treat that's sprayed on the dirt before the concrete is poured. Next up, we have tree work. The tree work to remove all the trees was $3,500. The front porch, this is labor and materials. It cost me $2,595. Barton's Lumber, my lumber order to frame up the whole house, cost me $4,635. My windows for this house cost me $2,339. My framing labor to frame the house up $5,910. My roof materials cost me $2,335. The labor to install the roof was $875. The shower, so I got a tub shower and a walk-in shower, and I had to get the rough-in valves that go in those. It cost me $1,666. My top-out plumbing, that was labor and materials, is going to be $2,650. My rough-in electric, $5,835. And then my rough-in HVAC, $5,000, which takes me to a total of $37,460. Add that to the previous video of the $24,312. I'm at a total of $61,772 on my $800 house. And that's a wrap on video 4. I definitely appreciate your support and I appreciate you watching. I'm getting a lot of good feedback on this of people who are anxious to see how this property turns out, and I'm just as excited. If you're enjoying this, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button. It motivates me a lot to keep making more content. And stay tuned for video 5.